Hi everybody, here we are again, and a lovely sunny day, just right for what we're going to do today. Let's sing hello and then we'll get on with it. Sing hello to everyone, sing hello to everyone, sing hello to everyone, sing hello. Clap hello to everyone, clap hello to everyone, clap hello to everyone, clap hello. Wriggle hello to everyone, wriggle hello to everyone, wriggle hello to everyone, wriggle hello. So why do I want it to be a sunny day? I know, because I want us to go to the park, but not just to go to the park, but to go to the park and play a very special game. It's called I Spy on the Way to the Park and I Spy in the Park. And we don't just go along and say, I spy with my little eye, but we have something special to take with us. And grown-ups, you have to make this before we go. So what you need is a sheet of paper and something to rest it on, and ideally a ruler and a pencil, but I'm sure you could probably use another pencil as your ruler if you don't have a ruler. And you're going to make a special I Spy chart. I'll show you. Looks like this. So it says, I spy on the way to the park. And I've got some little boxes that I drew with my ruler. And then it's got some pictures. I've got big children, they can draw the pictures, and you can write the words. So dog and cat, things you might see on the way to the park. In mine it says car, bike, skateboard, bus, and then things to see in the park. What do you think you might see on the way to the park if you were going from your house to the park? Then what would you see? What should you write on here? What should you draw on here? I sometimes see a bus when I'm going to the park. You have to think about that and let your grown up write it down. And then when you go to the park, take your special chart with you. If you've got a peg that you use maybe to hang the washing with, a piece of old cardboard, make your own special I Spy chart clipboard. Put it on. And somebody will need to carry a pencil so that when you see something, you can give it a tick. The grown-up can give it a tick if that's hard for you. Or if you're a bigger child, you might want to, if you see 3 cats on the way, you might want to make 1, 2, 3 ticks. So, wonder what we are going to see when we go on our walk to the park today. So on the way there, I think we might spy a car. Yeah, there it is, driving along. Yellow car, that's a nice one. I think we might spy a bus. No, there's no buses today. Look, there's somebody standing at the bus stop. Here comes the bus. So we can tick that off on our list. Yes. Look, bike leaning up against that lamppost. There's a bike. And what's that noise coming down the road? Oh, it's that girl on her skateboard. Here she comes. Oh, going along on the pavement. Oh, that's it. She's very careful going past us. Good. So it's quite easy to find the things that you're looking for. You have to really, really look and really think and mark them off on your sheet. You might have had marking off sheets like that when you've been to perhaps a museum or somewhere like that. Sometimes I have them in the library as well when you have to find things. So let's see if we can think of a little rhyme or a poem or a song or something to go with the things we might find on the way to the park. I know the one. Goes, I had a little car, but my car wouldn't go. Pushed, no, pushed, but still it wouldn't go. I had a little bike. My bike wouldn't go. So I pulled and I pulled, but still it wouldn't go. I had a skateboard, but my skateboard wouldn't go. Push, push, still it wouldn't go. I had a little aeroplane and it could fly so high. I jumped into my aeroplane and I flew into the sky. I wonder if you will see an aeroplane when you're on the way to the park. That would mean looking up, wouldn't it? Not just looking at the road or looking beside the gardens where the cat might be. Lots of things to look for. So when we get to the park, what will we look for in the park? Oh, you might, if you were lucky, see a squirrel. There's lots of them in the park at the moment. They're digging little holes in the ground. Do you know why? They collect up nuts that fall from the trees. You might see some of those as well if we look for them. And bury them in the ground. And then in the winter time, when it's cold, they have a sleep for a bit of a time. And then they come out and they go back to the hole and dig up the nut, have something to eat. Off they go back for another little sleep. They're busily burying some nuts now because it's not too cold yet. So let's get to the park and see what we can find. Well, of course, I haven't got any real things to show you, only pretend. But that doesn't matter. We're good at pretending, aren't we? You might see a squirrel, just as we were talking about them now. And if you look, you might see sorts of nuts they like to bury in the ground. These are called acorns. Acorns from an oak tree. You might see a conker horse chestnut falling from a horse chestnut tree. People like them, don't they, because they're shiny and brown. You have a look and see if you can find them. I looked and I couldn't find one anywhere. Even though it was on my chart, I had to come back saying, no, no conkers, but I did find a different kind of chestnut. Maybe I could have counted that. It's a sweet chestnut. And that's the kind that people cook and eat sometimes. There's a little bit of the nut inside here. I think the squirrels would like to bury in the ground. With lots of shells lying on the ground. That's the spiky bit. Not very many nuts. I think we've taken the nuts out to bury them. Oh yes, and you might see a bird. If you live near to a park that's got water, you might see a duck. That's a kind of bird, isn't it? Or you might see a pigeon. There's lots of those around in the park, always walking about. Or you might see maybe a blackbird coming down, having a look for some worms or breaking open a snail shell. Got my bird with me, but again, it's not a real one. Lots of things to see when you go to the park. Oh yes, leaves, that's always a good thing to look for, isn't it? Especially this time of year because they change colour so beautifully. So I looked for the red leaf and the yellow leaf, and that was what I found. Those ones are real. But what to do if we can't go to the park because it's really, really, really raining hard, or somebody's got to wait in for a parcel, or something's just happened at home, maybe the baby needs nappy changing again, and you have to think of something to play that's I Spy in the house. Well, you could just play ordinary I Spy, or you could play where somebody says, I spy something blue and you've got to find it. Wow, that's hard. And what if they said, I spy two things that are blue, see if you can find them. So you might find two blue things, and they might be the same as the person asked you to look for. They might be different things. I'm going to have a look and see if I can find any blue things. Oh, where should I look? Down here? Oh, found something. One blue thing, a blue pencil. Is, can I find another blue thing? Oh, yes. I found a blue cup. So it's really good fun. You can do it with colours, or you could say something like, can you find a book with a picture of a cat on it? You have to look through all your books, see what you can find. I found mine quite easily. But then I was planned and ready to talk to you, wasn't I? So that's I Spy at Home. And the other one was your special chart, is I Spy in the Park. And if you have a go at it, any of you, it'd be lovely to see what you do. Maybe you could send us a photo of your chart and the things that you found. Or maybe you like to just run in the park and see what you can find without any chart at all. Anyway, it's time for us to say goodbye now. So before we go, let's just sing a quick song about what we found in the park. You ready? Oh, what did we find in the park today? The park today, the park today. What did we find in the park today? You tell me. Then the other person has to tell you what they found. You can play this with your grown-up. I saw a bird in the park today, the park today, the park today. I saw a bird in the park today. That was what we found. And then you can do it with all the other things. You could say, we found a squirrel, and we found some acorns, and we saw a bus on the way to the park. Lots of things to sing in that song. Well, now it's time for our usual song that comes at the very end. So we'll say goodbye and we'll see you again soon. So goodbye from Judy and Claire and Sarah in the toy library, and we'll sing together. Wave goodbye to everyone, wave goodbye to everyone, wave goodbye to everyone, wave goodbye. Kiss goodbye to everyone, kiss goodbye to everyone. Kiss goodbye to everyone. Kiss goodbye. Bye. See you soon.